Hey guys, Dave here. A lot of people have asked me to make like a tutorial for the cube kill, specifically Endy and Dxtr's cubes, because there's not really a tutorial out there for that. And it's a little bit tricky because the cubes are a frame-based kill, but I think it's pretty easy to explain, or at least relatively easy. So there's a big component that makes it a little bit harder to explain. It's called pause buffering, but I'll try to get into that a little bit later. So the first thing is I already have these save states uploaded publicly on speedrun.com, so you can download them there if you literally have the old EverDrive. If you don't, I would heavily recommend obviously making save states to practice this, because the cubes are a frame-based kill. And I would make two in particular, one outside the door of the cubes, so that makes the pattern, you know, like pseudo-random, so you can practice how to kind of deal with that. And then also, I would enter the cubes at 1 health and make a save state outside that door and try a couple of times. And I would specifically die, like enter the cubes like this and just jump up and take the death like that. And hopefully that gives you this pattern where you see that the right cube shoots immediately when Batman jumps onto this pillar. And when he waits under this pillar, it also shoots him in this specific spot. So it shoots me and then I get knocked backwards, like right here. And I think these two, like this is the tell that you have a good pattern. And specifically this shot is probably like the most important shot when it comes to the cube kill, because the second shot, it allows you to stand here, punch, and then dodge this third shot, and then also set up for this jump right here. So every single cube kill that you're gonna do, you want this particular setup where you're getting shot right here. And that's super important, and how pause buffering comes into that, I guess I'll explain later. So to do the cube kill, we want to throw it like that, and then a jerk, we punch, we keep punching, we jump. And then you want to hold right when you're jumping up onto this ledge. So this jump, you want to hold left and then hold right like that, punching up. It's kind of a weird jump, but you don't want to turn around because the iframes will actually hit Batman. So I'll just show you if I just jump like this. You see? Oh, okay, well, we got lucky, but usually he normally gets it. So I would say turning around is kind of like the right play there. See it there, that's what usually happens. So much better to turn around and then jump up and punch that cube. So we want to get shot here. Jump, jump, turn around, and then jump up like that and kill it. And then from here, it's really easy, the second part. I guess I can make a save state there and show you. So after the first part is dead, right here, under like that first pillar, basically in the middle section, we want to throw it. Or we want to throw a jerk, sorry, right when the cube is about to move, or you can throw it twice actually, depending on your timing, but you want to throw it like immediately and then again as it's coming towards you, and then that will be hitting the cube in such a way that you get, you avoid the hit stun here. So, apparently I can't talk and do this. Okay, so we want to throw the cube like this and like that. So, like that, and then when it's coming towards us. So we don't need to spam because the cube has recovering health at this point. And we can hit it like one more time before it comes over for an extra 3 damage, because the jerk does 3 damage each. So we hit it as it's kind of like opening for 3 damage, and then as it comes over, and then we switch to punch just to kill it like that. So like probably 90% of the time, you'll get a pattern where you don't have to move. Very rarely it'll stop in a weird spot like up here and you'll have to like run after it, or you can just wait for it to come back. So where the cubes, because you're probably thinking this part like, oh, it doesn't seem that bad. It's bad. This is where the cubes become horrible, because you're not always going to get this pattern. You're usually going to get a random pattern, and that's where pause buffering came into play, and it was a strat that Endy and Dxtr kind of figured out. And it's really smart. Hopefully I get like a bad cube pattern. Sometimes it's really hard to kind of like intentionally get a bad one. So as I said earlier, every cube pattern I think is like 64 frames away from each other, and I'm pretty sure Zeman said there's about 4 patterns that you see. And when you walk into here, we'll see what this pattern is first before we commit. Oh, this is a good one. I'll try this one. Just hold left. Okay, so you see, now we're in a really awkward position because we can't jump up and hit it, and so I'll make a save state like this. So we can't jump up and hit it, and our normal strat of walking down here, we get hit, you see? So now we're in a very awkward position that our normal setup does not work. And this is where pause buffering comes into play, because if you jump like this and you see that the cube shoots weird, we want to pause, and then that'll actually make the cube shoot, and then we can continue the rest of the kill as if we got a good pattern. You're gonna get a slower cube kill if you pause buffer. There's like some patterns that are really good if you pause buffer. Some patterns are not good if you pause buffer. But depending where you pause, you want to pause like maybe directly in front of the cube like that, and that'll encourage the cube to shoot you. So this part takes a lot of timing and a lot of kind of experimenting. So it's not easy to kind of figure out how to do that, but the basic idea is you want to pause in such a way that Batman is still standing here and you get shot in that same kind of area, because once the cube keeps cycling as it normally does and it keeps shooting, it'll kind of go back to like the normal pattern where you are able to kill it that way.